These are the crazy things that become normal in narcissistic relationships. Years of being in a narcissistic relationship can make abuse seem normal and ingrained in your perception of reality. You become accustomed to this distorted view, unable to recognize what's truly healthy or unhealthy. In today's episode, we'll explore 5 common unhealthy behaviors that often become normalized in narcissistic relationships. If you're interested in learning more about narcissism and narcissistic abuse, consider subscribing to our channel to support spreading awareness. Your membership can make a difference in raising awareness about these issues. 1. Sleeping alone. Human connection is fundamental to our well-being, especially in romantic relationships, where physical touch is a key expression of love. The need for intimacy, to feel someone's presence, to cuddle, or simply to be held, is profound. However, in narcissistic relationships, chaos, trauma, and drama are commonplace, as abandonment becomes the norm. You grow accustomed to sleeping alone, with only pillows, your phone, and nightmares for company. The unpredictability of when the narcissist will join you in bed becomes the new normal, as they've conditioned you to accept unacceptable behavior like sleeping elsewhere, engaging with strangers online, or even infidelity. Learning to sleep independently becomes a necessity, with separate bedrooms increasingly common. This isn't about separate sleeping arrangements by choice. It's about the absence of the deep connection that should exist in a healthy relationship. 2. Insufficient closeness. In any healthy relationship, whether romantic or emotional, intimacy plays a crucial role. It's through this intimacy, both physical and emotional, that you truly get to know each other and build a connection. However, in a narcissistic relationship, intimacy is non-existent. There's a void where emotional closeness should be, and physical intimacy becomes a rarity. Initially, some narcissists may shower you with intense intimacy, but it's fleeting. As time passes, you realize it's been ages since you shared any form of intimacy with them. Living with someone who has hidden their true self from you becomes the new normal, and your body instinctively rejects them. Despite their attempts to mix affection with aggression, your body naturally recoils. It's crucial not to settle for this distorted version of intimacy. Escaping this toxic cycle is essential for your well-being. Even if the storm of chaos settles, remember that this lack of intimacy is far from natural. 3. Dealing with constant anxiety. Experiencing trauma from narcissistic abuse can lead to hypervigilance, where you constantly feel on edge and anxious. You're always anticipating the worst possible outcomes, a result of the learned experiences with narcissists known for their disorderly and abusive behavior. This heightened state of alertness isn't natural. It's a signal that your nervous system has been significantly impacted. Living in a constant fight-flight-freeze mode isn't sustainable. It's like being stuck in survival mode, even when the danger has passed. This chronic stress takes a toll on both your physical and mental health, potentially leading to various issues, including autoimmune disorders. While it's essential to understand the effects of prolonged stress on the body, it's also crucial to recognize that constantly feeling on edge and hyper-aware of your surroundings isn't typical or healthy. It's a sign that it's time to step away from this harmful environment and prioritize your well-being. 4. Working independently. Asking for support from a narcissist in a relationship is futile. They view anything you need as beneath them and won't lift a finger to help, whether it's taking care of children, cooking, cleaning, or earning a living. To them, these responsibilities don't exist. Over time, you stop asking for their help because you know they won't provide it, and you become accustomed to handling everything on your own while they focus solely on themselves. Even if they do offer assistance, they'll intentionally sabotage it to ensure you never rely on them again. This dynamic is far from normal. While you and your spouse share a home and responsibilities, the narcissist disregards their role in contributing to the household. Despite both partners utilizing resources and living together, they refuse to acknowledge their responsibility. It's crucial to recognize that while you may have adapted to managing things independently, it's not natural or fair to continue bearing the burden alone just because you're capable. 5. Never engaging in meaningful discussions. Finally, there's the pattern of never engaging in meaningful conversation. Conversing with a narcissist can feel like banging your head against a wall. It's akin to conversing with a monster or a madman, as I often mention. The dialogue tends to spiral into circular arguments, counter-questioning, or word salad, making communication painful and unproductive. Even discussions about trivial matters can quickly escalate into conflicts, leaving you baffled and in tears. Is it normal to gradually withdraw, avoid discussing anything with them, and remain silent? Shouldn't partners be able to express their feelings, discuss disagreements, understand each other's perspectives, and learn from one another? Unfortunately, with a narcissist, expressing a differing opinion often leads to being labeled as an enemy and subjected to attacks. Silence shouldn't be the norm in a relationship, nor should isolating oneself. If you find yourself in this situation, it's time to leave. In a narcissistic relationship, your mind adapts to the abuse, horror, and awfulness, treating them as if they were normal. It's like getting used to a foul smell. You're just like, well, I guess I'll ignore it since it's all around me. Eventually, it becomes second nature, and you start thinking, I can handle this. I can live with it. But you really shouldn't. It's like the frog in boiling water. You know how it ends. We're going through a similar emotional and sometimes physical ordeal. The lesson here is not to try to make an impossible situation bearable just because you think you can. It'll wear you out, and it won't last. Let's wrap up this episode. Thanks for being here today. We'll catch up in the next one. Keep the healing going until then, just like you always have.